Hi, welcome to Lesson 2. In this video, we'll be covering more letters and numbers on the sidewall of a tire. If you didn't see the first one, click the link below to watch that one. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button so you know when our next video comes out. Okay, let's go. Speed rating. The rating is molded on the sidewall of the tire, signified by a letter or two, usually after the index number. Together, the load index and speed rating form the service description. The speed rating translates into the tire's ability to dissipate heat or prevent heat buildup. Heat is a tire's enemy. The more heat, the faster the tire wears, and the faster the tire might break down. A tire with a higher speed rating can dissipate more heat on a long highway trip. The tire speed rating is a maximum speed tires can safely carry a load for the sustained amount of time in ideal conditions. And by the load, I mean the original weight of the car plus whatever is in it. Each letter in the speed rating represents a maximum speed based on a standard chart. Generally, the higher in the alphabet a tire is rated, the better it will manage heat and faster speeds. There is an exception for the H rating, and I'll explain that in a minute. Your actual speed capacity may be less than a tire's rating. The reason is the rating indicates a tire's performance in tightly controlled lab settings, not on the open road. Tire condition, inflation level, extra load, road surfaces, and weather are everyday limits that play into the tire's maximum safe speed. If you have tires with different speed ratings, the limit of the lowest rated tire is the fastest that you can drive and stay within your tire's capability. The most common speed ratings are ST, which is sedans, minivans, and light trucks. H are some passenger cars, sports cars, coupes, and some light trucks. The NPQ and R are generally light truck, and the V, W, and Y are high performance vehicles. Most winter tires have a Q, S, or T speed rating. For tires having a maximum speed capability above 149 miles per hour, a ZR may appear in the size designation. Above 186 miles per hour, a ZR must appear in the size designation, including a Y speed symbol in brackets. When tire speed ratings were developed first back in Europe in 1960s, there was only 3 speed ratings, S, H, and V. As tire technology is developed, new speed rating classes were introduced and rating tables expanded to include a full alphabet. But the letter H kept its original speed rating of 130 miles per hour, so it sits later in the chart. Tires with a higher speed rating offer handling benefits that thrill some drivers, but there are trade-offs, since they are usually made of softer rubber compounds, stiffer construction, and they offer a better cornering, stopping power, and steering response. But expect a little less ride comfort, lower performance in colder conditions, and a shorter tread life. Tire load ratings. Typically, the load indexes of tires used on passenger cars and light trucks range from 70 to 126. The higher the tire's load index number, the greater its load carrying capacity. In our example, the number 94 has been assigned to a load carrying capacity of 1,477 pounds, and that's per tire. So if your car was fully loaded with, let's say, groceries, bags of pet food, you'd want to be sure that the weight of the car plus the weight of the cargo didn't exceed 5,908 pounds. The gross vehicle weight rating for this particular car is 4,597 pounds, and this includes the driver, the passengers, the dog, the cat, the pet food. And since the combined total rating, 5,908 pounds, for 4 tires is greater than the 4,597 pounds, you're good to go. Tire pressure, PSI or kilopascals. 1 PSI is roughly 7 kilopascals, so 30 to 35 PSI is 207 to 241 kilopascals. When checking air pressures, kilopascals I find is a way more finicky to hit that number. It's just because it's way more accurate. Back to our example. The numbers shown represent the correct tire pressure when measured first thing in the morning, when the tires are cold. As you drive, the tires warm up and the pressure will increase naturally a few pounds per square inch. You'll find the manufacturer recommended tire pressure for your car on a sticker in the door jamb or in the owner's manual. Some models even place them in the trunk lid or in the console or in the fuel door. The recommended tire pressure is usually between 30 and 35 psi, and that number indicates the minimum amount of air pressure needed to support your vehicle maximum load carrying capacity. Any less and you'll see poor fuel economy and handling, as well as premature wear from too much flexing and tire overload. When your tires are inflated to the recommended PSI, you enjoy optimum life and performance. When's the best time to check your air pressure? The first thing in the morning is usually the best before you go anywhere. But a few good rules of thumb are every time you go to the gas station, or every time there's a 10-degree change in temperature outside, or every 30 days, whatever works best for you. XL or extra load on a sidewall. The XL stands for extra load, and that means the sidewalls of the tire are stronger and capable of handling heavier load requirements. In many cases, it's obvious why you need an extra load tire, especially for limousines, trucks, and those utility vehicles. But even cars like the Prius can require an XL tire due to the weight of the battery that's in the car. In all cases where an extra load tire is specified for use, this should not be overlooked. If a non-XL tire is used when the XL tire should be used, the risk of blowout increases significantly, as the sidewall cannot handle or withstand the capacity of the load, especially under faster driving conditions. Dates and codes. Each tire with a manufacturer has a tire identification number, or TIN, which is imprinted on the sidewall of your tire. This TIN is also referred to as the DOT, or Department of Transportation number. Typically, the DOT number begins with letters DOT followed by 10 to 12 characters. The numbers in the letters are followed by the DOT mark, representing the plant location, where the tire was manufactured, the tire size, pattern, and the brand of the tire, and the date of its manufacture. These are all numbers that will be required to determine if your tires are subject to a recall. Starting in the year 2000, 4 numbers are used for the date of manufacturing. The first 2 numbers are identified as the week, and the last 2 numbers are identified the year of the manufacturer. See an example here on the side. The UTQG, or Uniform Tire Quality Grade Rating, is a labeling required by the U.S. Department of Transportation for all tire manufacturers. The label of the UTQG represents the tire's tread wear, traction, and temperature resistance. Traction and temperature resistance ratings are specified performance levels, while tread wear ratings are assigned by the manufacturers following tests conducted and are reliable when comparing tires of the same brand, but not with competitors. For me, this is not overly helpful, since most of my customers are usually comparing different brands when they're shopping. This rating system consists of 3 components. The tread wear grade indicates the wear rate of a tire and is comparative rating based on a test conducted by a tire's manufacturers. The grades are not an indication of the actual mileage, but can be used as a relative comparison. For example, a grading of 400 should last twice as long as a tire graded 200, given similar driving conditions of the same brand. Traction rating is an indication of the tire's ability to stop on wet pavement. The braking distance is indicated by a rating of AA, which is the highest braking ability, or A, B, and C. Traction ratings only indicate straight line wet braking and does not indicate wet cornering abilities of the tire. The temperature resistance rating indicates the tire's ability to withstand heat. It is graded accordingly to a properly inflated and not overloaded tire. It has a graded from C, which is the lowest, to B and then A. Okay, so that's it for lesson 2. If our next video is out, please hit the link below to watch that one. If it's not out yet, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button so you know when our next video comes out. If you're a shop owner or manager out there and you think this series might be of helpful to your staff, please share it with them. If there's something that you would like me to cover in our future videos, please leave a comment down below. And once again, thank you for watching.